Today case study, it's shoulder pain, tingling in your arms, and sometimes your arms just go sleep. So this is the shoulder, you can see right on the screen. And what's most going on in pain or tingling, it's because we damage or push on plexus brachialis nerve. It's a yellow, you can see it's going right in here. So this is the nerve, it's a yellow, you can see it's coming right in here under your clavicle bone. It's a first rib right in here, and it's go under the acromial process, it's a scapula. If I'm turning around, guys, you can, let me take this muscle away, see more. So you can see it's a complete scapular. That was a subscapular muscle, and that brachioradialis nerve is coming right this way. Also, we have an artery up there. It's a big artery, come this way. You can it's a shadow right there. Let me try to hit that. Yeah, so you see this axillary artery go right there. Sometimes people say, oh, my arm is go numb or go sleep. What happened most time, people lay down on it and they just push with the whole body, hold this weight against that artery, and of course is blood not going through your extremity. That's why you feel numbness. But the other thing, it's go tingling. So tingling, because this nerve is going right here, as you can see, close to this scapular acromial process and the first rib. So now if you guys take a look here, it's coming, the nerve is coming right in here. Go through this area and close to this acromial process and go right through your arm and it'll go all the way down. So the most cases and most pain, why people experience, because we start doing that. As you can see, exactly. So you see what's happening. This guy is pretty straight right now, but if the scapula go forward, what's going on? This part of the scapula push right against that nerve, right? That's why we start feeling that tingling and numbness in your arm. Also, what we do, we're sitting this way, we're shrugging, correct? So we're shrugging, that's first rib and second rib right in here. Remember, this nerve is coming right in here. So what we do, we push against that clavicle bone. That clavicle, and that's why you feel tingling and numbness. Well, of course, sometimes it's can be radial nerve stuck in here too. It's a bunch of trigger points, like trigger points on your pectoralis muscle, trigger points on your supraspinatus or your infraspinatus right here. As you can see on the map, it's a bunch of trigger points which can cause this referral pain down your arm. But the most pain and it's because that nerve is being jammed between your shoulder. Because I think massage therapists become a great massage therapist when he understands the body mechanic. So kinesiology. As you can see, guys, you roll over forward, right? What's happening? Everything is just jammed up here, and that's what's going on. So the idea is bring the scapula back. If people feel that tingling, the whole idea, like I said, bring the scapula back to the spine and rotate that shoulder. This is the main idea of this healing and problem tingling or numbness. Any questions on this period? Because I'm going so fast. No? Understand? Right, so we've been talking about shoulder pain and numbness and tingling. Okay? So she's actually a perfect candidate. Do you feel any numbness and tingling in your arms sometimes? Come over here. So Laura is here, and we already see. Also, it's really important to see if any problems in C5, C6. This is another area. So if we do have a shoulder pain or tingling and numbness, we can't just look at one shoulder, one piece of shoulder. We always look in the neck, thoracic area, and shoulder. This is together. We can't treat separate, like we treat only shoulder. We have to treat all of them together, because what's happening, if we experience pain and tingling and numbness in the shoulder, this guy right here lock everything down. So everything start not moving because he don't want to experience that pain. And that's, people ignore this pain for a long period of time. It's become a chronic pain, And what's happening, it's like a frozen shoulder. People can't move anymore. They can't lift anything up, because what's happening, that clavicle, the first rib push against the clavicle and that artery, and it's create a lot of pain. So people feel like pain in here or tingling down. So as you can see, can you turn side position for me? Here we go. You see that neck curve? It's really important to work in here, because this is where the nerve, brachial or plexus nerve, coming outside from C5, C6. C5, C6. So we back to the shoulder, and we've been talking about treated the shoulder is not just a shoulder in one piece, because we have neck, thoracic area, thorax, and the shoulder. If you have a problem mobility with the thorax area, it's not movable, we have a lot of problem going on up there. So we have to check this too. We have to check mobility of the thorax. We have to check the arch of the shoulder, which is 150 degrees arch, and see if this is maybe mobility or motor control problem, and also see the neck. And of course, the shoulder is the main idea. So most problem with the shoulder and the tingling and numbness, it's because the brachiopedialis nerve. It's going down and can be pushed between rib, between the first rib, it's right in here, second rib, and clavicle. As you can see, it can be pushed right in here, and it's right in the skeleton, so it's a coracoid process, right? So that's the most problem. And we've been talking about trigger points, so we need to check trigger points. But I believe when you treat the trigger points, you have to treat mechanically first. Because if I'm mechanically here, and I always lean forward and I treat the trigger points, I know I release the trigger points, I don't release the postural. The trigger points is gonna create and build again. So it's a good thing to treat the whole postural. Of course, it's a scar tissue there. Some people do a lot of bench presses or lifting or pull-ups, and they damage all the muscle around the shoulder, like supraspinatus, subscapular, pecs, clavicle, everything. So that's why it's really important to treat the postural first, and after, of course, find if any sprain or strain. So now we're gonna look at this right on Laura, and we're gonna do tests on her. So take your shoes off. Always test without shoes, because shoes, sometimes new shoes, they try to. So go ahead, step right here, face towards the camera, and it's a first simple test on sprain or mobility. We've done this before, we're gonna do it again. We have to check neck first. So go ahead and try to do flexion and trust your chin. And I can see it's really struggling. Look at that. Go ahead, do it again. You see, we have a Dulce hump right here. So already the head starts shifted forward. The gravity is going to push more forward. You need to work on that. Let it go. I think it's already too much. It's probably like a 36 pounds going on her head. Go ahead. Okay. And turn back again. Now we're gonna ask to check rotation. Go ahead and rotate. You see what's happening here? She can't even rotate. She's doing just this. Try to rotate your head. We'll look again. She's short. She's very short. She's really tight. Go. Is any pain with that? Is any pain?
Usually I have pain.
Yeah.
In my neck, upper back, always pain.
Yeah, and this is. Do it again. Try to rotate. You see what's happening? What she's doing? She's turned and kind of drop the head down, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So let's go to the right now. What you guys see on the right? You see something up there? It's super short, and she's like, so it's problem in the neck too. Do you feel shoulder pain in the beginning?
Yes.
Okay. Tingling, right? Which one was it tingling?
Usually my hand, this hand,
This hand.
these fingers.
This head is tingling.
And like this is the nerve going.
Yeah. So this is right there. Thoracic outlet syndrome is because you can see the shoulders so rotated forward, and also neck. It's possibility on neck on C5, and I can feel it. If you guys gonna work on her, if you touch it right here, I can feel this bone is sticking out. So imagine this bone right here. Push it right on that nerve. and it's caused a lot of pain. Look, this nerve has come right in there inside the spinal cord. So now think about it. If I push that spine forward, what's going to happen? You see, if I push that spine this way, that vertebra is going to push on that nerve, and that's possibility to feel that tingling and numbness. So always check the neck. Start with the neck. If you see this, that's it. It can be the number one suspect on this pain and discomfort. Also, we can see the shrugging shoulder, like that.
I always had back. Always.
Yeah.
I remember.
So she's rotated forward. That's possibility. That scapula just push right on that close to this rib cage, and then, as you remember, that nerve is going right here. So that muscle right there, they push against that nerve, and when she's moving, she may be shrugging. It's feel numbness and tingling. Tingling and numbness. It's a nerve. When you lay down, like I said, some people lay down and sleep, and the arms go like a numb, dead. Like you can sleep. People say sleep. That's because you push on that artery up there, because artery is going right in here. As you can, yeah, there we go. This is artery right there.
It's here under, yes?
Yes, it's both arms. So we're gonna do tests. Go ahead, step right here. She can go to the left, she can go to the right, she can go extension. Let's do this, extension. Look at that extension. It's it's supposed to be 10 degrees. I'm not sure how far I can go, but I have to be 80 degrees. Yeah, you're a little bit limited too, but yeah. Okay, now we're gonna test the shoulder. If maybe any sprain, some people say, I feel that pain, it could be possible the sprain. How we check the sprain? We apply pressure, so resistance. Every time you wanna check if any sprain, you apply resistance. So go ahead and push up. Is there any pain?
No.
No, good. Go ahead, push down.
No.
It's a different group of muscle. Let's do on the side. Okay, you can rotate if you want. Push up. Any pain?
No, but stress here.
Stress in your lower back. Okay, go ahead, push down. So she compensates a lot. That's good. Okay, and go ahead, bend this close to you. Go ahead, rotate inside and outside. Any pain?
I usually have with this movement a problem here tonight.
Why she have this problem here? Because she have a super tight pecs. Because her pecs is super shortening right here, and they pull that shoulder down, right? And they attach to this coracoid process right in here, right? So the pecs is attached. You can even see this attachment here onto your sternum, to your ribs. You can see this redness right here, and to right in here. So if your pecs is super tight, they pull you this way. So what she tried to do she tried to stretch, right? And muscles super tight. They probably have little sprain in the pectoralis muscle close to that coracoid process. Then when she started to try to stretch, most people, I tell you, big guys come in with a big chest. They do a lot of bench presses, right? So just think about it. You make your pecs stronger, and you do a micro sprain or microfibrous tears, yeah. So they build up. They give like a couple days to rest. What's happening? They build new layers, right, to recover that. And sometimes it's built years and years and years. Those more multiply layers of the scar tissue, and the pecs get so tight. You can see guys walk like this. Why plus they try to go this way, try to stretch it out, which puts more stress on that pecs muscle, and that's create that pain in this area right here in the shoulders. Okay, yes. And if you're not treated right, if you're not do rehab for these muscles, it's become chronic pain. It's a lot of inflammation in here. That's really bad. That's why you feel it, because you try to stretch and the muscle being tight and create a lot of scar tissue up there. Most gonna be good work to do deep cross friction on this area. Really slow, deep friction, and of course try to get that shoulder back. But you can see, come over here. If I'm doing this way, she started compensating here. Mm-hmm. The more I can try to go this way, she more create the arch up here, because it's all connected together. You need to, because most people compensated from upper body to lower body, you need to treat also lower body. Because look, if I'm starting to mobilize the shoulder, come over, you can see it. Okay, I don't know how to show, but if I'm go this way, you see she try to compensate in the lower back. We need to work on those hips too, to make feel better. So it's a lot of exercise, maybe some motor control issue or problems. Motor control, remember guys, motor control, if you're okay with the range of motion, your shoulder, like let's say shoulder, you can get to the point. I mean, you have to be 90 degrees, right? But you can't reach it because your brain not sending the right impulse for the movement. Always have to apply pressure to see if any range of motion, how to between range of motion and motor control, mobility and motor control. We have to apply pressure and see if we can get to the point, right? Okay. So what we find out in Laura, she have a so limited neck problem, motions. Also, we have a rotation in the shoulder, right? Yes. Right here. So, and she a lot of shrugging. Now we're gonna check her mobility in the shoulder. So now we're going to check the mobility in Laura's shoulder. And what we're gonna ask Laura to try to bring this arm up as far as possible. So we're looking for 90 degrees, and she definitely not 90 degrees. Okay, let it go. Now you can check, is that a mobility problem or is it a motor control problem? How are we gonna check that? Go ahead, ask her to do it again. And you apply a little bit of pressure. And I can't help her, it's just, I can feel it's a barrier right there, it's stuck. So this is mobility problem. If, in this case, I can get her to 90 degrees with my help, this is motor control problem. You guys got that point? Easy, easy peasy. Now you're gonna check opposite direction and go ahead and do it. Yeah, you see how it's have to be 60 degrees. Let's try it again. Yeah, it could be good. Let's try it again. Yeah, it's definitely 60 degrees. It's definitely 60 degrees, but we short up here and we're 60 degrees. So basically we are short. Sometimes the movements of the shoulder, the arc, it's 150 degrees. If sometimes you're short here, but you can go all the way up here and it's still 150 degrees, that's mean your shoulder is shifted forward. It's create shifted. And that's exactly what's happened with her. She shifted forward and I can even feel that. Is any pain with that?
No.
Okay.
But restriction, I feel.
Yeah, it's also, I believe she have a lot of thoracic problem issue.
Yes.
You can see this, but yeah, we have to work on that. How check the mobility and thoracic area? Everyone know, or I have to show it? No, okay. Go ahead.
Could you show?
Sit down.
Yeah,
Kind of stand up. What I'm gonna ask you to bring your legs kind of like a little bit separate and get your arm together right here in the front, and sit down kind of like this position, always together. The key is get this arm together a little bit, like a little down. Don't curve it. Don't try to not curve it. Here we go. So in this position, what we check mobility of thoracic area. Now you're gonna slowly bring this arm in the back. Right in here, okay, just right here, yeah. You don't feel, you okay, any pain? Always ask if any pain.
Okay.
And just imagine you kind of in a barrel and you can't move to the side. You have to turn as far as possible to the right. Okay, all right, let it go. And
The other hand.
keep this arm up there. Do it again. Turn your head first and try to rotate it. Okay, and let it go. And let's switch the arms. What do you feel? Let's do it again. Go back. Do it again.
This.
Yeah,
right?
this side. Yeah. Okay. I think we're a little bit limited, but now I'm gonna apply my pressure. No, just don't rush, please. Put this arm again. Do this side. Okay, and I'm gonna try to help her, and I can get her more and further. That's mean she have a motor control problem in this area. Okay, let it go. She's not bad actually in thoracic area.
Yeah.
She almost get there. So we have a neck problem and the shoulder mobility problem. Okay, help me out, guys. You're gonna talk to me. So she's rotated forward. Which muscle we want to be supported and make them stronger, and which muscle we going to work to release tension. So if she's, I'm gonna standing right here. I'm right here. So which muscle you gonna work to activate them? Muscle activation. Which one you going to do? Go ahead.
All right. So we would need to activate these lower rhomboids so that it pulls the scapula back in place.
Okay.
We have to release the SCM here.
Yeah.
Because that's also pulling you down forward.
Yeah.
We have to open up the pecs and the lats.
Let's activate lats.
Activate lats.
Activate, because if you see this, the lats is also attached to your humerus bone and your scapula, right? And this is rotated forward, so they get stretched. So people get like anterior serratus anterior get tight, and posterior is overstretched. So we need to work on this muscle.
Yeah, that's when we have them pull the arm down, right? Okay.
So the best activation in this case, and it's a side position because everything is open right here, right? This is the lady on the table. I show you how to do draping. So first of all, you open the blanket. Next one, you're gonna ask her to put arm right here and this arm on the armpit right here. Just make sure the sheet is not coming out, especially on the camera right now. So now I bring the sheets around and tuck in the underwear. If your client without underwear, you can go on the glutes and still tuck under the. All right. So this is how we undrape, guys. You see this? It's opening. You can also work on lower back, but we're not going to work on lower back. So she's holding the breast right there. Now look, you have all this access to those lats and everything. So we're gonna ask her to bring this arm, even grab the table. If she can't reach the table, yeah. Can you grab the table? Why we ask her to grab the table? We ask her to grab the table because she can activate muscles. She can pull those muscles, right? As you can see, if you grab something and start pulling, you activate all those lats and everything, right? Because most problem when people do pull-ups and exercise, they use like a chest. They pull to the chest, and just the lats is kind of secondary muscle. All you need to do just control and pull with the lats. But we're not talking about this right now. I don't apply any lotion or oil, maybe just a little bit. This is how much I'm gonna use. We not use a lot of oil because it's greasy and it's not do anything. Because if you apply a lot of oil, you're just gonna slide all back and forth and you just put the skin away. Here, what I'm looking for, I'm gonna ask you to take a deep breath. She's activate muscle, and now what I'm apply. She's a tiny girl. If I be a bigger guy, I can use my elbow, my forearm. But here, I use my palms. So she take a deep breath, and I'm start activating with one arm. I can apply this and kind of. It's also open. There we go. So this is how we undrape the side position, and it's really important to put the people in a side position to mobilize the shoulder, activate those muscles. I'm working on those latissimus muscles and serratus posterior. So what I'm doing, I push them towards the spine. I'm activate them. Take a deep breath and try to pull your arm. Pull. Try to pull. I can feel it muscles start activated. And I'm also work on that. Go ahead and push. It's a bra situation. You can pull bra this way. Go ahead, also push this elbow towards me. Try to push, take a deep breath, and let it go. Let it go very gently. Tell your client to do 20-50% of the strength. If they do too much, it's going to be painful for her. How's it feel? Okay? So you see, you kind of pull all this together, activate those muscles. Like I said, you can also Use other arm. Go ahead and pull against me. Take a deep breath and pull. She's activating those muscles. I can feel it start working. Go ahead, do it again. Good. Okay. Only one thing it can be caused, like sometimes people feel that pinch in the shoulder. Make sure they don't feel that pinch, but that's really effective exercise. You also put the stabilize, put the scapula in the back in the socket, and it's supposed to be. So look at me. Adjust my elbow to my body. Just put right against my hip. I grab her close to the elbow and put my arm on the scapula. Do you feel any pain?
Yes.
Where do you feel pain?
Yeah.
So she feel an impingement. I'm not gonna do this exercise on her because she's already feel it. Is that like, what do you feel?
A little bit, yeah. Because it has bad mobility.
Yeah.
So
that's it. I'm not gonna do this, but that's supposed to be great. What I'm basically do, I pull it right here, and I pull this arm down.
It's good.
It's good, but you feel pain. I'm not supposed to do.
Not that much. Okay.
If your client don't feel pain, you can do this treatment. But if you experience pain, you have to go and find out to the other way to treat that. But what I'm doing, I'm activate this side muscle like a lats, mid traps, serratus, and mobilize that shoulder. So what I'm doing, I pull with my left arm down and push with my right. Try to push that scapula down. Go ahead and try to pull your arm down. You see what she's doing? She pulled, she activated. Let it go. Do it again, pull, and relax, and I can go a little bit further. So you see what I'm doing? Do you feel pain?
Good, I feel stretching.
She feels stretching. So I'm working on that scapula, okay? Go ahead and I take for the first barrier. I'm not going so far, so I feel that first restriction. I'm going, restriction right here, right? Now go ahead and pull towards your back, and let it go, and I can go a little bit further. Is that okay? Mm-hmm. And I can get a little bit of range of motion. Don't try to do too much in the first session because she's gonna feel it.